military, the American military, unloaded them, put them on military trucks, and would just drive out the farmhouses and drop off a family and say, here, take care of them. Because they had no other way to take care of all these refugees, right? And so that's what happened to my family. And they got, a barn was cleared. If you know this in Europe, houses and barns are connected, not like here. It's not uncommon to have the house and the barn connected. And so they had no room in their home, so what they did was cleared part of the hayloft in the barn and put my mom and my dad and my two sisters up there. That was their original home in southern Germany. And that's where I was born. So somewhere along that train ride, my mom and dad had some time. I don't know how that happened, but anyway, that's where I was born, as a refugee in southern Germany. Now, it wasn't that serious, because then my dad got a job. He worked in construction and did well. And when I was 5 years old, we got to move to America. And I was lucky that we could come, and only because back in just after World War I, my grandpa had been to America and worked there, and then sent that money home, and that's how they built their farm in Europe. And so because he had been here before, it was easier for him to come, and then they could sponsor us to come. And when I say sponsor us, that's what they had to do, because in those days you couldn't come into the country unless you had a sponsor, somebody who said, if they don't take care of themselves, you're going to take care of them. And somebody had to commit themselves to do that. And so that's how we wound up in America. And then from there, we wound up on a farm in central Jersey. And I watched my parents work that chicken farm for a lot of years. I watched my mom work as hard as any man. I mean, shoveling chicken manure in the coops, you know? And they worked hard for a lot of years for very little. And so when I got a chance to go to work, I went to work in a retail store. I got out of high school, of course, and when I did, we didn't have the money to go to college. I went to work in a retail store, in a automotive store, like a Goodyear, Firestone, Michelin kind of store. And did okay, but I was always broke, never doing well. Tried a lot of different things, nothing worked well. Wound up in the Army. And when I came home from Vietnam, I spent 13 months in Vietnam. When I came home, they said under the GI Bill, I could go to college and they would help pay for it. Oh, cool. They were going to give me $271 a month. Now, this was 1970. $271 was a lot of money back then, right? They were going to give me $271 to go sit in school. Man, I was good at sitting and I needed the money. So I decided that's what I needed to do, is go to college. No, I really thought, well, you know, back in those days, everyone said, I guess they still do today,